guys, Lego back for another Speed Champion set review, guys, of course, today. And this is going to be one, I think it was going to be one of many favorites that came out this year that was released. Of course, it is set number 77262. It is Ken Block's 1965 Ford Mustang Hoonicorn RTR V1. Now, I don't know if there's a version 2 because it says V1 on here, but I don't know. 345 pieces, probably extra pieces including the box if you include them. Look at the box, this cool looking car. And the back of it as well too, you can see here too. Also, you have the instruction booklet, of course, too, which is really kind of cool. And we'll show you something really cool in the instruction booklet too, the back of it as well too. I also like the instruction booklet too. You see, it shows the actual man himself in the real car and the Lego version. So it's kind of like a little. This is like a little tribute. This right here is like a little tribute to when basically he was still alive. And of course, many of you don't know, Ken Block has now passed away. It's been about 2 or 3 years, I think it is. I'm not sure how long ago it was that he passed away, but he's probably one of the greats of all time. But all right, let's show you a look at this car, talk about afterwards right now, guys. All right, so here we look at the Mustang. That's the Hoonicorn. And before we do show you guys her first, we're gonna show you here is Ken Block. Now, I wanted to admit, like you make notes guy too, that every time I do one of reviews, his little cape, his little thing, of course, handkerchief that he has on his little mouth is gonna be hard to take off, so I'm gonna leave it on there. He does have his back of his jacket, of course, you can see there too. If you also want to, guys, too, you can also take off. The headpiece up in there too for that hat piece right there. I can see people using that hat for like their minifigs, of course, too. But that's what he kind of looked like tonight, and I think they did a really good job at somewhat trying to replicate his likeness. Here's a look at the Hoonicorn. You can see he has the cool looking headlights, of course, too. The front of the car too, and the engine part. The side of the car too, in a way, and also the car here. It also has part of the skull thing, of course. There, I'm taking and the reason I did this, guys, too, because basically, well, the minifigure is going to be hard to put in the car, but, here's a look at the back of the car, too, you can see here. And here's a look at the other part, too. Here's what, if you want to look inside the car, too, that's like probably his, like, little shifter, of course, in a way, his special, when he made this car, it was a little specially made for him, of course. And it's a really cool looking car that was actually all-wheel drive, I was told, too. I actually looked online, too. And it was really kind of unique in a way. But a beautiful looking Mustang that we have that he was able to drive in real life in a way. And like I said, guys, I'm not gonna put the minifigure in there like I always do, because when I try to get him out to before I started this video, it's really hard because the car's really cribbed in there. But yeah, and also too, I want to show you before you guys go on the outro too. This normally was Monster Energy drinks that they had, that he had sponsored for this car, but they had this the skull thing on there. Reason why they couldn't do that, because, well, that's an adult beverage, of course, and so Lego doesn't really promote that, except they one exception waited for Speed Champions, but still pretty cool that we got this for this car. But there's a look at the Hoonicorn. All right, for there you guys saw a clip of this Mustang Hoonicorn. Now, before we go any further, guys, too, we also did another Speed Champion set yesterday with the Ferrari car. Many of you kind of liked it, of course, in a way. Also, we did an Iron Man and Friends set, so please check that video out, too, if you have not checked that out, of course, in a way. It's pretty cool. Back to this car, though, I will say, you'll be checking the Iron Man video, guys. So I haven't got any views on that, but please check that out. It's really cool. Anyway, about this car, again, no. For those of you who don't know, Ken Block, I was really kind of surprised when they were making this car, because for those of you who know, and Ken Block, I think it was about, I could be wrong, maybe about 2023 or 2024. I don't know, that he passed away in a snowmobile accident, of course, a couple years ago. But he is basically one of the most iconic race car drivers of all time on rally. He's probably like he's like Tanner Faust. He's probably like Travis Pastrana, those types of greats in rally car. And Ken Block is basically also known for doing some other cool stuff. They also have his truck that they could probably do. Lego could do his truck, of course, they want to in a way too. But I really thought it was pretty cool that they did the Hoonicorn, because it is a really beautiful looking car. The car itself, of course, too, has these little wheels, of course, you can see here too, and the side on here. Like we talked about in the close-up too. I really was kind of surprised that, and I'm not surprised, but in a way, but they did not add the Monster Energy logo on the car. I think, let me check in the instruction book too, if they did add it, of course or not. No, they didn't add like a camo style, but technically they made probably different designs for the car. But technically this car was sponsored by Monster Energy a couple years ago when it was first made. And one reason why Lego doesn't do that, because like I said in the close-up, that for exception with the Formula One cars, they made an exception because they were basically doing, that was for the 10-pack series, and because they want to make them look more colorful and more like the realistic cars in a way, like die-cast size. Ken Block is probably, like I said, anybody that who is a rally car fan or a race fan knows that he is one of the popular drivers in racing, if he comes to name, of course. And but I do like that they made the Hoonicorn, that it was really kind of cool, the Mustang in a way. A lot of people were making some assumptions when this car first came out a couple years ago. People thought, is this going to be some kind of racing series he's developing? You know, it's actually a car he created himself, though. It actually was like a drift car, too, in a way. It was pretty cool. But if you ever get a chance to watch his videos on this car on YouTube, I recommend checking them out. This car is really beautiful in real life, of course, too. It's actually in a museum now on public display for a lot of places. I always thought his family had access to the car because that's his family's, that was his car. But his family probably donated it to the museum. I think it's in California somewhere. But it's really kind of beautiful looking car, though, in general. So I'm glad Lego made this as a way as a Mustang, because it does have the Ford logo on there and the thing I'm checking out instruction in the box, you guys. So it's pretty cool in a way in general. Definitely a great looking car. I hope that we get the other one that we have that he did a truck, of course, too, and any other vehicles that he did. We also, for those of you who know too, we also had an Audi that came out a couple years ago that was that he did in the snow, of course, and I don't know if he was still alive when that set came out, because I could be wrong, but they didn't have his likeness in that set because, well, normally nowadays I've been told on Speed Champions that they don't add the likeness of some of the people in the cars or the drivers of the cars, unless, of course, they have permission from either the people that are alive, of course, in a way, the family, or the drivers themselves. That's why we don't get them. I promise you 1%, Lego probably went to the family of Ken Block and asked if they can do a likeness of him in a minifigure, and the family probably said, sure, that's going to be kind of okay. Yeah, we can agree with that. And the car especially, too, because, you know, Speed Champions, I've always been told, is a shared theme, meaning it's Lego's own theme, of course, but also the cars are licensed, so that's why it's called Speed Champions. It's not like it's called Lego NASCAR Formula One. It's Lego's own theme they decided to make, but the theme is basically shared with other racing organizations. That's why they have to basically get it owned like that. And this, I think, is pretty cool. They did this, of course, so I really like that they did this car, and the likeness of Ken Block himself in a way that you saw, and really kind of unique, really beautiful looking Mustang. I've never seen a real Mustang in real life myself. I want to see his car one day if I can, one day if I have a chance to. But because of being a race fan, also a rally car fan in general, and also of all racing series, I think this is a really cool set. So there's a look at the racing car. You see the Ken Block Hoonicorn Mustang. Do you guys have this car? Are you guys going to get it? If you probably won't get it, that's okay. But I can sure people are probably going to get this car, because this car is probably one of the most popular cars that is made by one of the greatest racers of his time, of course, and a long time, of course. And before we go any further, too, you know, Ken Block has so many accolades to his name. Sorry, guys, I looked in my eye. Has so many accolades to his name that probably have been topped. They're probably not going to be topped for a long time. But yeah, one of the greats. If you guys have not checked it already, again, we did a Ferrari car set, of course, in a way. We did an Iron Man and Friends set, of course, that we did. So if you have not checked that video, please check that video out as well. We're doing one more Speed Champions set, and then we're going to take a small break until August. And you know, so far with my job and all too, I will try to do reviews when I can. Normally my jobs are getting some kind of good hours. I've been able to be good time-wise. Sometimes if I have a basically busy schedule, though, depending on when I'm working, I may put these off on the side, because that's real life first. This is second. I wish I could make YouTube a full-time hobby and a full-time job, but you got to basically have more resources and more creativity on a daily basis, and not many people like me can do that, of course. And also, like I told you guys yesterday too, I do this in my parents' house. This is their house, their rules. I gotta listen to it. Sometimes I don't agree with what they do, but you know, in order to be a content creator, like you see behind me, you guys, I don't really have the best setup, so I hope you guys are okay with that, but hope you guys will enjoy. Also, guys, too, and thank you for 182 subscribers again. I did yesterday about that. Hopefully make 200 subscribers by the end of this year. And I will try, if I can. There's a Lego event going on in Montgomery, but if not, I probably won't be able to go to that. That's the only one I know that's going on here in Alabama, but that's not really close to me. That's about 2 or 3 hour drive down there, but I'll try to see what I can do. All right, guys, well, thank you for watching today on this channel. Hope you guys have a rest of your day on this Wednesday, and we're doing some more stuff coming out soon tomorrow, and then, like I said, the break until August, but you guys have a good one. And let me know again if you get this car or not. If you don't, that's okay. All right, guys, but don't forget to like and subscribe also, and I'll see you guys hopefully next time.